Hi, my name is Reggie Rusan. My company is Simple Tech Solution. We help companies become GDPR compliant. GDPR stands for the General Data Protection Regulation, which took effect this year in May. I have a Finnish business partner that speaks Swedish, so we are able to provide services in Finnish, Swedish, and in English, so we cover the Finnish population quite well. I started my company here because I had spent 30 years in the corporate world, and when I moved to Finland, I decided I wanted a different challenge. Investigated starting a business and found that it was quite easy to do so. It's well documented and you can get lots of good expertise and advice from the Finnish entrepreneurs societies.
Everybody! Oh, a show you need to know. The Betong is that show. Efficient marketing, your networking, motivation. Everybody, come you all. The Betong is that show.
Hello viewers, so welcome again to the Betong Show. Today we are all about Selfpack. We're gonna hack something here. The purpose for today's show is to share with you guys an amazing, like let's say an activity that help people to get to discover themselves. Those who are into business, those who just want to discover like what they want to do in life. It's more of you get to know your why. Why you are doing what you do, what you want to do in life, how you can go about it. So these guys have come up with these sustainable solutions to people out there who really want to know more about themselves and what they are all about. So I'm going to be having Santeri here to talk to us more about this self and you know, should I say idea? Santeri, you're welcome.
Hey, glad to be in the show.
Wow, looking so smart today.
Oh, thank you. You as well, Stanley.
It's like you ate something good today. Was it pork?
Mm.
Aamupala.
Aamupala. I actually don't eat breakfast, but I think what makes me smart is this lapsang black tea from China.
Oh, okay.
That keeps me going.
Oh, you have lived in China before.
Yeah, 10 months.
Okay, maybe you share with us a little bit about that today.
Yeah, sure, I can share. Since actually we even hosted one Selfhack in China, in Hangzhou.
Okay, wow. Anyway, today you are here at Betong Show.
Yep.
We are all about self-hack. When people hear the word hack, it's kind of like nervous, like someone is going to steal something from their computer or But now we're talking about hacking someone.
Yeah, hacking.
Yeah.
Like self, as in like person.
Oh, okay. But anyway,
Like-
before we go deeper into that,
Yep.
I think my viewers will love to know who is Santeri. Like, who are you? What are you all about?
Yeah, me. For asking, I'm a business student still. I'm writing my master's thesis. I've wrote many researches. Last Friday, I sent one research back to the customer, and hopefully they are happy. And I study a lot of startup ecosystems. I study entrepreneurship. I study strategy, and in some weird way, all of these big corporation things, these multi-billion-dollar businesses, how they succeed, it's actually a lot about them being able to talk to people personally, like get on the spirit in a sense, like make feel with the population that we are going to the right direction. And that's all about self-hacking. It's about making the future together and sharing the same values. And I think these are super important things in the bottom to build things.
Let's go to the genesis. You mentioned self-hack. Let's go to the genesis of self-hack. How did this started?
It started already before I was involved, but I've been there seeing it. It's founded by Vesa-Matti Ruottinen, or actually the organization behind Selfhack was founded by Vesa-Matti Ruottinen. It was called the School of Creativity and Design over 4 years ago, and it was but it was a summer school to go forward in a life with creative and leadership-centric workshops and exercise. And this group gathered around during the whole summer to think about, let's say, what kind of techniques from improvisation could be applied to everyday life. Something, for example, that we like to say, it's better to say, it's bad to say if somebody shows you an idea to say no, but it's always like taking the ball and throwing it, like, yeah. And then there is also like, you can be a little bit positive. It's like, yes, but it's also like, yes, but then you throw the ball like really hard. It's really hard to catch because you say but.
Okay.
The good way to do is like saying yes and.
Okay.
So then do something yourself, like what you like, accept the other one as they are, and then bring yourself
Okay.
like truthfully to the picture.
Have you self-hacked yourself before?
Yes, I've self-hacked myself at least 3 times. Plus, I've done full 3 self-hack exercises and then or workshops, and then I have done plenty of exercises.
Okay. But tell me, when was it that you discovered like you really want to be a part of this self-hack, not only to hack yourself, but to like be full-time working towards bringing more people to come and experience the power of self-hack? Like when did that all begin?
It's quite a long story in a sense that first I knew that this is a good thing before I knew anything about Tampere or or Tribe Tampere or Creativity Squads or Selfhack was.
So it means you have been kind of like doing it like on your own without even
having
a structure like this.
Exactly.
Okay.
It was in a Prometheus camp, which is this youth camp in Finland, and there we had whole 1 week of societal, sexual, political, career related, all of these kind of topics that we 14, 15 years old teenagers, we were just sharing what we think about this. And it was really nice to share like life paths, some hard things, good things, and hear what the other people had to share.
Okay.
And those camps, they are really good. I've been there 2 times as an instructor as well. And that's quite similar with Selfhack, but of course, Selfhack is a workshop that is applied really well to universities, employment services. It's a compact 5 hours, and what is good is that like anyone can host it with kind of a good attitude, and then few hours of preparation and training.
Okay. So let me consider myself as someone who don't like know what self-hack is all about. Like I'm being kind of like I don't know what it's all about. Tell me like what is really self-hack?
Yeah, so Selfhack is it's a life design. So we design people's lives. We design people's lives who come and participate. So, for example, we might have a career that somehow doesn't feel like that it's
like
ours.
You have a job that you don't like, or
Yeah.
You are doing something you don't like, so something like that.
Yeah, there is this actually like a research that over half of the people in the Western world, they think that they have something in their life that they would like to change, but they don't really know what it is and they don't know where to start, but they know that there is something. And even more, 4 out of 5 people, they think that they do not know what is their real passion. So we've helped to find that passion, and we help to teach where to start, or help people to find from within where to start.
Okay, so you're saying with self-hack, you are trying to help people to look for their passion, like
yes,
passionate about,
yeah,
like what they really want to do in life. So,
yeah,
to bring them to that position where they say, okay, this is what I want to do, or this is what makes me comfortable.
Exactly.
So can you walk us through the process? Like, how do you guys go about it?
Yeah, Selfhack was first. It was kind of similar like startup weekend. So we thought, how could we bring a lot of these creative and leadership exercises? Thought was startup weekend is one weekend where people build a startup. What if it's one weekend where people hack their own lives? And it was good. It was really good. And there are exercises. We actually just came up with this book, playbook for career development. This was made for city of Tampere.
Okay.
And yeah, there are plenty of exercises. I can show you the link in a
Okay. Just
show notes.
the link. Those people can go and get. Yeah. Just check on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of different workshops in different topics. We start by kind of identification, like who are we? What are we good at? What do we enjoy?
Okay.
And from that, we start to then compare, is our life what we think is good? Is our life based on our values?
Okay.
If not, we start to make it so.
Okay.
So it used to be one weekend, then 2019, no, 2018, first time it was held with University of Oulu, and there over 1,000 new students went to Selfhack. It was 5-hour program, really intensive, but 5 hour, not a weekend, because 5 hours is a good for already like really busy freshmen who have all the time something activities.
Okay.
So there we changed it to 5 hours, and now with City of Tampere we have this workbook, and it's a Moodle course online, so people can do it alone as well if they like.
Okay.
Usually we do it in a group so people can share.
Do they have to subscribe something like any subscription model, like, or is it free?
It is free for all who participate. We are NGO, so we don't make profit, but we ask. At the moment, we have been past 2 years asked licensing fee and then some training fees when we train the facilitators.
Okay. So, like, how many are you? Like, you guys have a team that you work with, or like, how many are you like working with? So you have to be in every self-hack session, or you train people to kind of like self-hack themselves. So how do you go about the process in terms of like, let's say for example, there's a self-hack event here in or workshop here in Tampa, and there's a good one in Helsinki going on simultaneously. So how can you guys be at the same location, to the two location at the same time? So how do you guys do that?
Well, now of course it's possible to have it like globally. Like we are all online, and universities have hosted this online. We have hosted this online, so it works. It's fun.
Okay.
And but the other question, like how many people we are, like right now in our association there is 4 people in the board, but I wouldn't say that we are just one team on Selfhack. I think we are like a community. Just before the big restrictions came, we had an opportunity to have a meeting with this community, and with a safe distance, but still seeing face to face. And there was a lot of excitement how different kind of approaches different university people who are doing Selfhack, and they had many ideas how to make this a course, how to develop it further. So actually we just want more and more people be able to do and host Selfhack.
This like having it as a course, it might sound like really good, because I think many people like at the university level, this a good like moment to discover yourself, like what you want to do,
Yeah.
and this will guide every student to actually understand like what they can do in life. Like, yeah, I think this is going to be a good model like to adopt in most schools. So, are you guys already working with some schools, like now to implement this self-app?
Yeah, right now it's been hosted in Oulu University, also in TAMK, and also in University of Turku. And then we also have few more universities that we are negotiating as well. And the new thing is also the employment services. So that course is meant for usually people who are just
You guys are
graduated.
going big, like you are going global.
Yeah, we want to go global, and of course, as you know, we want to also go to Africa.
Okay, now
Yeah.
talking about going like to Africa or working with universities.
Yep.
Like what actually like what problem you guys are you guys solving? Because I know there are other self-hack programs out there that like involved in people thinking about what they want to do. So how are you guys different from other programs out there? What makes you unique? What makes Selfhack unique?
I think Selfhack is unique for, first of all, because it's mostly free.
Okay.
It's really easy, and we give even though facilitators are really good and they usually, you can see the passion from their eyes, then the responsibility is still on the hacker themselves and how they understand it. So I think we give this kind of free solution is like a starting point, like the language what to speak even with your friends. Not all the people have accustomed to speak about their life, their career, and these parts. But with Selfhack, it's quite easy to in only in 5 hours to kind of know what to talk about, know what kind of discussions to have, and how to like implement it in a life, so that in every coffee moment it's a possibility to hack a little bit yourself and also help your
Yeah.
friend to.
And I think Selfhack also can help manage companies, like can help manage personnel in a company. Like for example, everyone can know what they can do best, you know, like performing their activities at work. Like maybe there might be a challenge, and self-hack session can be held in the company, and maybe they all brainstorm like we can do, like, and solve what they can do, and so on and so forth. And this can also be applied in this context.
Yeah, like one of my friends told that Selfhack is really good, like a therapy. Like it helps to kind of relieve mind in a way that therapy does, some sense. And it's good for anyone to go there to do little self-hacking, to just let some steam out and give some ideas out there. We have done this with companies, corporations, and they have liked it. Only one, I don't know if it's a bad thing or a good thing. I think it's a good thing. One employee came after a workshop and told, "This was really good workshop. Now I know that I don't want to work here anymore."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's actually something we think the whole world is gonna like stumble on it to kind of like experience how it feels, and so on, like, and so on.
Yeah.
Guys, we have been talking here about the self-hack, with Santeria, yes, guest speaker, and we've all heard, how they began with this amazing, self-hacking initiative to help people score themselves, get to know what they are good, And after the break, we are going to go deeper to like get to know more about the vision of this self-hack stuff and what plans they have to go international. Like, how do they want to go about it? So after the break, we're gonna talk more about that. Yeah, viewers, you're welcome back again. And we are all about self-hack. And Santeri has been, as I mentioned before the break, sharing not only her experience with being um, having had an experience with the self hack program, but how he wants to invite a lot of people out there who are maybe facing challenges in knowing like how like who they are, want to get to know more about themselves and what they can do in life. But now let's go to look at the vision of this company before we like maybe we invite someone here, to come and have an experience of this self program, how it works and how she can like get to know like get feedback from her like how she feels, going through the process. Now, give me a little bit about the vision of this company, of this not company, of this organization.
Yeah, the vision is how we get every student and every person who is thinking about going for a job, every person who has to think some sort of major decision in their life. So basically everyone, to have the tools and someone who can help them to think what's the decision is going to take, what there has to be thought, what are my personal values, and how they influence the way how I engage with the world. So
Okay.
that's our vision.
Wow. So let's get to some practicals now. Let's
Yeah.
invite Catherine here. Catherine, she's going to kind of be like, should I say our guinea pig?
Almost, I think.
so,
Yeah, we can
Catherine
say.
is not our guinea pig anyway. Catherine, you're welcome.
Hello, I am the guinea
Hello.
pig.
You are the guinea pig for today.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'll give you a quick introduction about myself. I am Catherine. You can call me Kat. I'm working at Tribe Tampere at the moment as a community intern. And I have known about Selfhack for not that long, like maybe like since I started interacting a lot with Tribe, and I'm very curious about what they do, and I really like their concepts, their ideas behind it, their motivation behind it, and I think it's something that we should promote more and let everybody know about it. So glad to be part of this.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you for coming.
Today we want to get your experience, and
Yeah.
Santeri is gonna like handle this part of it. I don't know how to go about this, and I think Santeri, now you are in charge. You like handle this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here, I would also ask you, Stanley, to join. What do you
Really?
think?
Okay. Let me join, of course. My God. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so let's do one exercise from the playbook. This has been my favorite. I did this in China,
Mm-hmm.
in some hostel where it was quite moldy, and I just remember thinking that this question was really good, and it's a part of the our process where we start to prototype new lives. And let's start the exercise.
Okay.
I ask you to close your eyes for a second.
Mm-hmm.
And now think about life 8 years from now. And what can you see? Who are there? What is your day about? What are you doing? This is your wish. Where is your life? Where has it brought you?
Um,
Okay, yeah, you can answer. This was a short.
okay, can I answer?
Yep.
I guess I see myself somewhere where I can be able to put my wishes into action. I see myself inspiring people and be able to have a larger reach towards people. And I see myself might be in a leadership position sometime. I see myself being able to facilitate change more, although that's something I still like to do now, but I don't have the correct resources. So hopefully in 8 years from now, I'll have the resources, the experience, and like the muscle to be able to execute many of the things I wish to at the moment. Oh,
Wow.
it's pretty nice.
8 years from
Said that
now,
out loud.
Yeah, yeah,
8 years from now, I see myself having a beautiful wife, beautiful kids, all around playing around, going for vacation always, impacting a lot of people,
yeah,
organizing events that will impact people, like big event connecting like maybe all startup in Finland with that of Africa to Africa, and yeah, kind of like be an inspiration to so many people around the world, like globally. So I see myself like as really, really international in 8 years from now. Like, yeah,
yeah,
wow, this was good.
yeah.
I mean, it's actually my wish.
Yep. Thank you for your both answers. Hopefully you remember them.
I just had to write them down because I'm the kind of person who gets like new ideas all the time, but the original idea is something that is good to write down so you remember it, I think. So, yeah.
And especially because you need to remember it now. Okay, now I ask you to close your eyes again.
Again.
Again, yes.
Oh,
Okay, and now the life you just imagined or wished for yourself, it's not gonna happen. None of it's gonna happen, but life still goes on and life happens. So, what can you see 8 years from now if the life that you just imagined doesn't become reality? What is the life two or possible future two?
to me, what I can say is, if say it doesn't happen, then I'm just gonna start from where I am to like make the same goal, because this is gonna be exactly what I want. It's what will make me happy. So I just have to pursue that same dream until I get to where I want to be. Yeah.
Yeah. How about you, Catherine?
Um, well, I'm the kind of person who doesn't like planning. I love planning a lot, but I never like setting things in stone because I'm pretty sure that tomorrow some event or something can happen that completely changes everything I believe in, changes all my friendships, relationships. You never know. Always open to everything changing at the blink of an eye. But if that doesn't work out, I still would like to do something more challenging and interesting, like I don't know, start a startup somewhere in like India, or like start a nonprofit organization somewhere or something like that. But yeah, and if that doesn't work out, then I think I'm probably going to find a challenge in that state of mind 8 years from now, where I'm pretty sure I'll be completely different than the person I am right now. I mean, I'm not the same person I was a week ago either. So, yeah, I think I will just try to find something new that's challenging if this doesn't work out, because I'm always open for something different to kind of shape me in a different way, maybe. So, I think, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that that is exactly what I meant. Like I was trying to communicate. Like I'm not gonna feel bad
Mm.
because I didn't get to where I wanted to be.
Mm.
Imagine I like maybe before that time many things must have happened, and of course I'm just gonna like um walk towards getting to where I want to be from that moment.
Mm.
You understand? So it's kind of like step at a time. If say like for example, no one planned for Corona was going to come.
Yeah.
There are many people who resorted going online, start doing business online or working from home online. They didn't plan to work from home online. They just have to adapt. Some people upskill themselves to learn new things that. So these are the kind of things that happen that might happen in the future, and it might not, it might make me not to achieve that, like the like my dream exactly how I want it to be. But something more beautiful can even come more than what I even imagined. You know, so I think it's just more being positive at all point every now and then. Like if it didn't happen the way you want it to be, you look at your environment. You know, what are the tools around you? What can you do to make you really happy? Or to, I think that is also self-pack himself. Like you get to a point and you think you cannot go further. Like you self-pack yourself. Okay, what can I do now? You know, yeah.
Yeah, that is true. That's really good point. I think these alternative lives after Corona, I think we need to be ready for alternative lives, and any change in a life can make it, can make the need to think everything again. And that's why it's good to have alternative lives.
Yeah.
I wonder if you can do this still one more time,
Okay.
and then perhaps think about what if the whole global economy goes down and we cannot do the challenging works that you mentioned, and if to achieve purpose and happiness in life, what would be the life number 3? Where would you focus?
Catching wanna go first?
So option number 3. If there's like nothing, the economy is gone and there's no that many challenging opportunities. Well, I've thought about it many times. I wouldn't mind just relocating to a country somewhere with great weather and and start a bait shop or something, or be like a tour guide and help people, like a fishing guide or something. Even though I'm not good at fishing or don't know that much about fishing, but that's something that I'd be up for. Just be part with nature, and uh, just live very minimalistic, not have any big budget or something, and just kind of be one with nature, probably, if it comes down to it. Like
Yeah,
a challenge in that kind of sense, like, oh my god, there's a poisonous snake there. How do I get rid of it without killing it? Like that. Like basic challenges that my great grandfather had at some point.
yeah. There is actually one person in Finland, in Joensuu, who is living in a tent all year round,
Oh,
and he's giving a lot of interviews about the topic.
interesting. Like, at some point when it's like 3 a.m., you're on YouTube and you have these videos of people building random stuff in the forest and like just living by nature and everything. So if that happens with the world, that there's nothing else to do, I'd be fine going with that angle and just staying somewhere with nothing else in my head but now and the action I have at my hand.
How about you, Stanley?
I think it's kind of like weird that I think if say the economy is going down, I think I'm gonna be on the right side of it going down. Because when the economy is going down, there are people who are not going down. Not everyone is going down. And there are people who are winning. Like why some are losing? You know. I think I'm gonna be on the winning side if the economy is going down. Kind of like maybe the market is gonna crash on the I think if the market is crashing, then I should be that person who have a solution to sustain me with some people around. Yeah, I think the third option is same as all options. you know, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks for both for the answers. And every time I do the exercise, I'm surprised that it always goes different than I thought.
Yeah, okay.
For example, I myself, I specifically said I'm gonna live in this city. I'm gonna do this job. I'm gonna have these relationships in my life. Then I changed all of them. Then on a third option, I wanted to be an actor living somewhere in the middle Europe and Central Europe, and then the fourth option. Well, if I don't have any option, then I'm just going to be a professional, like a homeless person. Like it's just like something crazy.
Or maybe
Yeah.
maybe we follow Catherine and go to India.
Yeah, for example.
Maybe to look for somewhere quiet there and just live there. You know, like, go to the whole world is back to normal, then we can come back to the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the exercise, it's meant to, because we usually have this one goal that comes to our mind every time we close our eyes. We always believe that this is the thing we want to do, and when we actually take away that goal that we always go forward to, it can be many years old, then we suddenly have to be creative again, like what actually I could do in life that I enjoy. So we use this as a warm-up exercise when we start prototyping our lives that we want to design for ourselves.
It's actually really good, right? And because when you're thinking about yourself, your life, like what really makes you happy, like, and this really at times, like I remember when I started my journey, I had to do so many things, so many things for finding that one thing that I really want to really enjoy. So going through that self-pack system, it will enable you to keep doing, like to do different things. And at times, some people might think of it as a failure. But to me, I look at it as a strength. If say, in the course of finding myself, I've done so many things, it gives me that leverage to know which one is going to work and which one will make me happy. So I'm going to be like it will be to my advantage than someone who is scared, like I don't want to do this, I think I'm not good at it, I might fail. So it's just like do everything you want to do, and look at what makes you really feel like happy, and
Yeah, and just trying to do it
yeah.
can make you happy. Of course,
What do you think, Katrin?
Yeah.
Just do everything you can do, and then decide which one you like most, then focus on.
Could you repeat it? Like I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, I mean, like, can you hear me now?
I can hear you, but it's just little bits like hard to decipher what you're saying.
Okay. So
Okay.
I'm just trying. I was saying that
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
it's just like if when I started my journey, I did so many things, involved in different things before finally choosing what I realized I wanted to do, thing that makes me happy. Because I could do anything I want to do, but now it doesn't give me that laxity or that leverage to do other things that I really love. So if say you love sports and you cannot do sports and do maybe something else, or and so on and so forth, like you wouldn't actually have that complete happiness, that complete freedom. But if say you love sports, you love dancing, you love cooking, you can do all these things at the same time, and still have the time to for yourself and other stuff. And then you like have something like in terms of a revenue stream that you can still do and make a living for yourself. And I think this is kind of like what you should be doing like every now and then. And with self-act, you can actually like get to that point where you say, okay, this is what I can do. But you cannot do it without doing other things like trying things. Rather than you sitting and saying, "Oh, if I do this, I'm gonna fail. I'm not sure if I'm good at this or I'm good at that." Just do it and see for yourself if you are good or not.
Yeah, exactly, and it gives some tools to evaluate. Like, was it good? I still say it. I've been repeating it, but like finding the personal values and making them fit with the community that you are engaged with the activity you do. That's like that's one of the most important things to get right. If the values click, then actually you get to the action. When we are doing I've been in a work projects where I know I don't need to do this. It's good for my career. I could get some money out of it, but I just don't believe in it. There is no value match. So there is actually this psychological research that if we are engaged in this sort of work, we find ways how to kind of slow down the process, how to make it fail, because we unconsciously we don't want it to work out. We don't want to do it. So we don't like to do it. We do it slowly because we don't like to do it, and we feel miserable. So this is
Sounds
the way.
like sounds like me with my thesis at the moment.
Really? Yeah, perhaps you should do a value check with your thesis.
It's just that I've been so passionate doing many other things right now with Tribe and so many different projects that's just making me feel so alive and excited. And then I decide like, okay, I have a great thesis here, but just not even excited to like open it up. But I also know that that's something that needs to be done. So there's always going to be something in life that might not seem fun, but gotta finish it up at least.
Yeah, I think we could find out one exercise for you to find new motivation for the thesis.
Yes, because it's something that has to be done. It's like I don't even know what metaphor to use for that. It's just something that needs to be completed because it has been started. Like it's sort of a responsibility for me to finish it. Like so, yeah.
Okay,
Exactly.
Catherine, thanks so much. I think maybe like we've done the exercise.
Yes, thank you.
Catherine, thanks so much for joining and being part of this.
Thank you for hosting. This was really nice.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye bye, Catherine.
Bye.
Bye, Catherine.
Yeah, that was good. This is you just took me 8 years from
Hmm.
and I mean like what I mentioned to you is what I really wanted. I really want. Sorry, I really want. If I don't get it, I wouldn't still feel bad. I feel bad. I'm sick. I'm gonna like kind of like still brainstorm with myself or hack myself. You know. And this book is kind of like should I say a lifetime book
Yeah,
that you should have kind of like your kind of like handbook right where you
yeah,
go to you just
yeah,
have it with you kind of like
yeah. Like even though like take it up and see what you wrote half a year ago,
yeah
like before Corona. What was my goal in life before Corona hit? And then, aha, well that has changed and that has changed and that has changed. I don't believe this anymore. I tried that one and I liked it. I tried this one, I didn't like it. So it's actually it's nice to go back and
okay
reflect because we change all the time. I think I'm a different person almost every time I do self.
okay
So yeah,
yeah and I mean you guys have been doing this have you guys been like have you gone through some challenges in trying to implement this with students or universities or maybe like people you are in contact with every day.
yeah, I would say making awareness is hard thing. Even though we say things like the student mental health, especially in Nordics, it's usually on the news. And this 5 hours to give time to people to think about their lives, it's usually like the students, they have liked it a lot.
No.
They say it's relieving. So we believe that it's good for mental health. I think it's good for career planning. I think it's good for the academic success. It's so good. I think there's so much good in it, even though it's quite inexpensive and so forth. But I think it's quite innovative approach it takes to the organizer in the university to be really excited to do it. So I think this is the major challenge for us to find the key people who want to join the Selfhack community.
Okay. And I mean, you guys are now partnering with Ambitious Africa,
Yes.
and we'll be doing some activities from next year with Ambitious Cameroon,
Yes.
So how do you feel about that? Like you are going international, you're going to Africa. And I think like before you comment on that, I think it's going to be a really good initiative, like program for students in Africa. I remember when I was going to like when I was still like in a university, I graduated without even knowing what I wanted to do. I didn't know what I have to do.
What was your major?
Law.
Yeah.
So I after that I was just confused, like what I want to do with my life, myself, And this program can help someone who is like in high school. Why not?
Yeah.
So you already know what you want to do
where you want to go to study. Yeah.
Study. And I think it's kind of like a program that could be applicable to everyone.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially in Africa, it will be a huge leap from the culture, even though we are all in ambitious Africa and that shares similar mindset globally. So it's not that big of a jump, but there is still a cultural shift.
Yeah.
Then that is something interesting. Then one, of course, online. How can we make the workshop well so that even though it's across continents, the connection, it can still work well. So if like a connection breaks, everybody has their workbook so they can continue the exercise and wait that the connection comes. This is something that we are looking forward. And of course, we are looking for the all new ideas.
Yeah.
How Selfhack could land in Africa and become its own entity there. Like we don't want to really own Selfhack. We don't want to tell what to do with it. We want it to kind of grow.
Yeah. So you kind of like you mentioned cultural something in it. Like they can get the idea, use the different cultural aspect of like to implement it in the various like countries like you guys will find yourself in. So you say like for example, because there are different ways in terms of application and also how people see things in different countries.
Yes.
So with self-hack, they can hack themselves based on the resources they have. They have. It must not usually be like online, but they can also use different means or to kind of like perform the activities.
Yeah. And that's actually what I'm most excited. I want to learn more about Africa. I want to meet new friends. And this Selfhack, it's the best kind of get new friends exercise. So it's a way to hear like so many different stories that I cannot even imagine myself.
So where do you see Selfhack 5 years from now?
I see Selfhack hosted regularly in public organizations. I see it online, somewhere where people can go there. They can even find if they struggle with, let's say, career or with some issue, for example, something as small as moving to a new city or talking about like relationships or career. They can like have a self-hack buddy who has a similar problem, and they can kind of share the issues so that there is somebody always who knows how to talk.
Why not even have a self-hack AI?
AI. Yeah, totally. Like that would help people to meet each other. I think AI is good. Of course, we don't have answers for life. Hopefully AI doesn't have answers for life. Hopefully we like come up with them ourselves and with our friends. But I hope that the AI and these technologies, they could help people to come closer together and talk with those people who really can like make meaningful impact to each other.
Okay. Do you have any last words you want to say to viewers, those who are watching you now? Like they are maybe they like really excited about this whole self program, and the thing is something like they might really want to get involved. So, what do you want to say to them to kind of like push them forward, and where can they actually get like how can they contact you?
Yes, I would ask if you are interested to go to our website, creativitysquads.org. So creativitysquads.org. Yep.
After the live event, I'm gonna put the live show. I'm gonna put the link, to the show that people can just like access it immediately.
Yeah. Thank you. And I will ask you to send me a message, and I will share you a couple of exercises, and I can answer to any questions, and we can start planning how to organize the Selfhack there where you are. And we are going to host few Selfhacks in Africa, few Selfhacks globally, and then of course our partner organizations host them around the globe.
Okay.
So we get a way for you to get hacked, and then after being hacked, let's get you into the community.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guys, this is awesome. We have been really sharing amazing information here, like really, really cool information. Just knowing that you can like self-hack, you can hack yourself, get to know exactly what you are passionate about, like kind of like envision your future. What could like come to you in the future, like what had just happened here to Santeria, and also actually, I mean, it was awesome. I literally saw myself in the future, trying to make things the way I want to be. But of course, as we discussed in the show, I mean, if things didn't turn out the way you want it to be, all you can do is self-hack again, and then you see what will come after that. But so far, it has been like a nice show, learning from a lot from like this from Santeria and all what it's all about, why he even get involved in it, and also why he wants everyone to be part of it. And as guys have heard as well, we're gonna be going globally in Africa, Asia, wherever you find yourself, and you really want to like engage in this activity. Reach out to Santeria. I'm gonna put the link below. You can even reach out to me, and I'm gonna connect you with him. But the end point is you just have to connect with someone. You also don't forget to share this content, share with the network. You might know who is out there who needs like something like this, who need to kind of
Yeah.
like go through the same process like what we just did today. And yeah, that might change their lives, impact other lives out there. Until then, you guys have a nice day and take good care of yourself. And if you say you don't know more about the show, this is the Beton Show, and it's all about business, networking, and motivation. So, bye bye to everyone.
Thank you, Stanley.
Yeah, thank you.
It was a pleasure.
It was a pleasure. For sure.
Nice.
Teachers are definitely the key behind excellence and equity in education. I mean, what parents want for their children is not just academically strong achievers, but they want their kids to be happy and healthy, who have the whole package to succeed really well in life. So if you're a school owner or administrator, you want to give the parents what they want for their kids. It's not only the right thing to do, but it's the clever thing to do. Hi, I'm Pirja Suhonen, the founder of ALO Finland, which is offering digital teacher training on Finnish education. Through the ALO Finland courses, the teachers will be learning with and from Finnish educators who are considered the best in the world. I often hear the argument that Finnish education cannot work elsewhere. Nonsense. I mean, obviously, there is no copy-paste option. However, there are plenty of practical examples and principles that can be applied anywhere you go. Education should be, it already is, but it could be even more global than it is nowadays. It would be silly not to learn from each other. The choice is yours. Do you want future test takers or change makers, risk takers, innovators? Invest in teachers and the rest will follow.